So hi, Mulligan Noise Podcast. I'm Shane,
I'm Glory.
and we're here with,
Brandon.
And Tades from Hot Mulligan.
and we're gonna ask them some questions today. I'm gonna start. So, what inspired you guys to start the band? What inspired the creation of it, and what does the band name mean?
Tades.
Fuck.
Start?
So me and Chris, I can curse, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool. So me and Chris were the two, I guess, most motivated musicians that we found in each other up in the UP, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So me and him clicked, and we were immediately onto doing band shit. And we didn't really have too many other people who were of the same mindset of us, so it took a lot of searching to get the rest of the band filled out at the time. We did that for a while. We had a bunch of names that sucked. At one point, we were going to be Dude Hospital.
Oh. Okay.
Which, like,
honestly, might not get shit on as much as ours does.
Yeah, no, Dude Hospital is actually kind of a tight name.
It is.
It's a name.
It's one.
That was like the main name in running. And then me and Chris were in a parking lot across from his high school because there's nothing to do in the UP. And a woman leaves the school, and he goes, "Oh, that's Mrs. Mulligan. Her daughter's really hot." And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. What's her name?" And he goes, "Hot." Hot Mulligan? Yeah, and then we ran with it. And the meme hasn't died yet.
Okay.
Her name is now Long. Her last name is Long, and she's totally cool with the name.
Not
Mhm.
long.
Good.
We had a short moment of contemplation of changing the name, but then Hot Long was too
Too controversial.
Yeah.
controversial.
Yeah.
Too
little.
racy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were some of the
Okay.
other like band names in the running, if you can remember them? Because it seems like you guys just have the best band names.
Mhm.
The only one I remember was Dude Hospital because it fucking slaps.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I'm sure there were some that weren't so great.
What
I'm
did
sure,
you?
I'm sure they were all great.
Yeah.
I mean, song. Wait, do you mean band names, Brandon?
Yeah, like some that were like maybe a little too serious. Maybe like
Were you in early enough? Were you in?
no,
at the
I
point
was
that we were-
absolutely not. But I just like just knowing how it goes. It's always like, what if it was this? What if it was this? And like some of them are always bound to be stupid.
There, I mean, for sure, it's definitely in the variables that there were some absolute bummers.
Song names of other bands as the band name,
Yeah.
possibly.
Just like I would just like to be in the room while you guys are like naming shit for an upcoming
Mhm.
release, because just reading the song titles off
Dude,
this
we
EP,
really don't
like,
even do it on purpose. Like,
It's
it's
just
like everybody has those moments where they're with their friends where like you kind of like stumble upon something that's only funny to the people in the room,
uh-huh.
Mhm.
and like it's really just those moments. Like, like we'll just there's always one quote from it where it's like, you know what, that could make its way onto one.
Solid. Great.
But yeah, they the only disqualifier is if somebody outside of the band suggests a title to us, then it's like off the table completely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the only rule.
Okay. Solid. All right. So congratulations on your newest release. I Won't Reach Out to You. How
Thank
do you
you.
feel about the response to it so far? Of course.
It's been great.
Yeah, no, it's pretty tight. I'm very stoked that we could put out an EP and only get a little bit of shit for it being short.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of an EP, though.
I know.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. Well, a lot of times you don't really see bands go from full lengths back to an EP, but
Mhm.
Mhm.
I don't know. We kind of thought it was better than waiting another year to put out another LP. Like, I don't know, because
You need content.
you need
Yeah.
a little bit more to keep it buzzing rather than like dropping an album 2 years later, dropping another one, hoping it's
Mhm.
good enough to keep people interested for a year. But
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. Doing a lot of little things this year in between.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
That's good.
Are you guys planning on like sticking with the EP route, or was this just like locked up inside?
We're about to start writing our next record. We have like a month booked in August to
Oh,
go
cool.
to New Jersey.
Sweet.
Actually, the studio we recorded our EP. But we're not really going for the purpose of recording. We just want to have like good quality demos and like be in a good space to write songs.
Yeah.
All right.
It's fair.
So what made you guys choose Pop Shove It Hall of Meat Duh as the lead single for this EP?
I was against it.
Can you tell me why?
Yeah, it's just like we fuck around with that sound a little bit, like the poppier, like I don't know, like the faux
Less
poser.
aggressive.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a nice way to put it. Less aggressive,
Yeah.
like synthy stuff, you know. And I don't mind making songs like that, and the guys seem not to either. So
Mhm.
I'm cool with putting out a few of those songs just for like, you know, it's fun experimentation. But I don't know, it doesn't feel like a super true interpretation of Hot Mulligan because we're very loud and
Yeah.
kind of erratic.
It's
And
almost
these-
kind of fun to throw in that curveball though. Like, oh no, is it all gonna sound like this? And then you have like, you know, the more traditional Hot Mulligan stuff, like waiting to be heard on the release.
Right.
So you're
Yeah.
begging for Twitter to bitch at you? That's
Yeah,
what I'm
kind
getting at.
of.
Okay.
Just love
Yeah.
to make the headlines, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Tades, what song would you rather have been the lead single for this EP then?
I really love Losing Days.
Mm.
The lamest song title, but it's just like
just far too normal.
yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's like the one normal song title, which is a meme in itself. But when it's alone like that, it sucks. But the song, it's just like it's a short little like rip, you know.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It just cruises, and I like that. Like classic punk doesn't need to be longer than it needs to be, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always been really into songs like that.
Fair
Mhm.
enough.
That's fair. All right.
Brandon, were you in support of the lead single being the lead single, or were you also against it?
For me, it was between that and featuring Mark, but I don't know. I think it kind of worked out good the way that we did it because, you know, the first single is always like the most exciting thing, and then you see bands release like single 2 and 3. And had we done like the big funny like meme song first,
Mhm.
I think that our second single just wouldn't have like had as much steam. So I think it worked out in a way where it's like people are excited that we're releasing new music, and then the second one like had this stupid funny thing attached to it, so people
Yeah.
are talking about it again. And then yeah, I don't know, I think it worked out.
And didn't the Mark Hoppus song get attention from Mark Hoppus?
Yeah, eventually it reached
There you
him.
go.
So
Chris
mission
did
accomplished.
an interview for Mark's radio show, After School Radio,
Mhm.
where Chris sounds like an absolute alien because he was interviewed like third party, and they made it seem like he was only talking directly to Mark.
Mhm.
Oh, is that what that was?
Oh.
Yeah, so Chris is like referring to Mark in the third person.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh.
I was listening. I was like, is this just like supposed to be funny, or why is he doing this?
Yeah,
Like,
No.
that's why I
funny.
asked it. Wasn't like, oh, you guys got attention from Mark Hoppus, because it did sound like you guys like put it together and it was a shit
Yeah.
post or something.
No, that was it was like very spur of the moment. Chris hit us up in our little band group chat and was like, "Yo, dude, I'm being invited on the show." And we're like, "All right, good luck, bro." And he goes in, sounds like he is an absolute lunatic. It's sick. I think it's the best exposure we could have gotten.
Mhm. Is there any chance we're gonna get a featuring Mark Hoppus featuring Mark Hoppus?
He
or is
said
that
he wants
just...
to. I mean,
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
I'm sure he's a busy guy, and like, I don't know, kind of got to take that with a grain of salt, but
Yeah.
it would be sweet.
It'd be iconic, yeah.
He's down at least, and that's all we need. If in the future we hit him up and are like, "Are you still down?" If he says yes, then yeah, it's gonna happen. But
Yeah,
Got to speak it into existence.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So is there any meaning behind the EP cover art or name?
God, Brandon, do you remember the name of the dude who did the art? Because he's super sick at what he does.
I wish I did. I know I follow him, and I'm really happy with how it turned out, but it just escapes me at the moment.
We gotta find it and like tweet it. But this dude, he's all over Twitter, and he makes a bunch of art that looks like that album cover, and it's all like this super like colorful, interesting. I don't know, like abstract, weird, silhouette-y kind of stuff like that, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And there's no significance to it. It just looks sick, and we like that dude's art.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
All right.
And then in naming it, I won't reach out to you. I mean, I probably thought about it more than the others did, but it's very like "You'll Be Fine" was like a sort of statement of we're all told you'll be fine for our entire lives, and none of it is ever fine.
Mhm.
Like it's kind of always fucked.
Yeah.
That album goes through a bunch of different things, kind of tangentially attached to that theme. And then "I Won't Reach Out to You" is like our side, where we've just essentially been lied to all along, with people telling us that it gets better or we'll be fine. No, fuck that. I'm done. I won't reach out to you anymore.
Okay.
All right.
I like that. So was
Yeah.
this like a continuation of that album in a sense?
Kind of.
Not on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
It worked out to be, because Chris left almost all of the lyric writing up to me on this one.
Mhm.
And so like I started writing, and the ideas just sort of fell in line, where "You'll Be Fine" was just like a bunch of feelings all scattered around, and "I Won't Reach Out to You" is completely around like non-romantic loss, I guess,
Okay.
of relationships and people and stuff.
Mhm.
So they kind of work together. It's just if you find the context yourself, death of the artist and all that, then it'll probably make more sense than I could make of it.
Okay.
That's fair.
So can you tell me a little about your writing process for the CP?
I don't know. How much would you say we got done before we were in the studio? Probably 70% of it, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Being optimistic.
Do you think so? I'd say we got like, I don't know, maybe 30. It was
30.
All the songs were there except "Please Don't Cry, You Have Swag." I don't think we had any written
Classic.
ahead of time.
How
Yeah.
dare you laugh at that very serious song?
Sorry.
What were we there? I think we were there for 3 weeks or so. So recording 5 songs doesn't necessarily take 3 weeks. So it's like we all live very far. So our best shot at writing songs is like locking ourselves in the same place for 2 to 3 weeks, and just like, you wake up, go to where the instruments are, and just start cranking on them.
Right.
Don't take that out of context. I don't want to see any like memes about that.
Crank on them, dude. Crank all over them.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so I don't know, kind of 50-50, like at Chris's house before the studio, and then finishing everything up in the studio and making sure they're ready to record, rather than showing up, plugging in, and laying all the parts down.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I want you both to tell me your favorite lyric off of this record and the meaning behind it.
Brandon, do you have one? Let's stroke my ego, buddy.
I don't know. I might have to leave that up to you. I'm not prepared for that question.
Yeah, no,
maybe I'll think of something while you tell him yours.
You hate it.
Don't hate it.
Come on. Did you even
just
listen
admit
to
it.
it?
Yeah, I obviously listened for the rhythm section.
Yeah. Fucking.
I only listen to myself.
Stroking your own ego now. This
Exactly.
is just an ego contest
Yeah,
now.
What?
I actually only listen to the versions of the drums only.
Isolated drums, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not like huge on my own writing. I like a lot of other artists' writing. Every now and then I hit a cool line, but doesn't fucking matter if we ever see each other or not, just because it's like there's nothing to it. it's just like obviously itself, it's a complete idea in one line, and
Yeah.
I feel like it emotes like just sort of with complete finality what it is.
It fits the music
Yeah.
right there really well too, because just adding that little cuss in there, like a lot of times like people just will put like meaningless cuss words, but and I feel like within the context of that song, it gives it that edge.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll agree with that.
All right.
Strategic cursing.
Wonderful.
Love to see it.
Strategery.
So what song on this EP took the longest to write, and which one is your personal favorite?
I feel like we struggled with Losing Days a lot. We were super worried about it being like too short, so we tried to write all these different parts in the studio, and ended up just like keeping it exactly how it was and just trying not to think that hard about it, because it's like, why not? Why the fuck not? That's just what felt right at the end of the day, I guess.
Losing Days was a struggle. Because everyone wanted it to be longer, but it was like it wasn't asking for anything more,
Yeah.
It resolves fine. It starts off on that like I'm sending it, but musically everything is sort of tucked and low and sort of riding that vibe, and then it all explodes into one thing, continues exploding until the very end. I don't think it needed as much stress as we put into it.
Fair enough. And then favorite songs off the EP?
I'd probably go featuring Mark Hoppus. No particular reason. I don't know. I find myself listening to that the most.
I'm on Please Don't Cry, You Have Swag. I'm really happy with how it came out.
It's a good one.
How dare you laugh?
Yeah, come on, Shane.
I'm sorry.
God.
The song name keeps on getting to me.
This is my soul.
Yeah, come on, Shane.
My bad. I deeply apologize.
So, can you tell me where your headspace was at while you were creating this record?
Well, I was playing Dark Souls 2 in
Oh,
in the main room while we were doing it. So it was like, I'd be like super pissed off and be like, yo, come in here, we got to do this. And I'd be even more pissed off that we'd have to do it. But
Okay.
I don't know, it got done. So
yeah.
So you play Dark Souls and then track drums for one day, and
yeah, just super pissed, just smashing my snare.
Yeah.
Quarantine has left permanent scars on my mind that will never heal.
Yeah.
So that's
that too.
I've kind of just been there for over a year.
Yeah.
all right.
It evokes some feelings, and I can't do anything, so I don't have any new experiences to write about. So I don't know. Not good.
Okay.
In general.
All right.
Yeah, that's
The
completely
time
fine.
itself was fun though. The time
Yeah.
that we were in the studio.
Mhm.
A little bit of mania to break up the same.
Leading up to it and afterward, not so much, but
Oh,
we had fun.
that's
Fair
good.
So how'd the track list for this EP come about? Did you guys just kind of shuffle it? Are you trying to tell a story here?
I feel like it was decided before we got done recording everything. Like everything just kind of felt like where it would go.
We had a lot of talk about the book ending it with One for the Boy. Because there was a point where it was decided that One for the Boy was going to break it up. It would be a little segue track. But we very early on, like when we made One for the Boy, it was between me and Chris. We were talking about it, and I was saying, like, what if we bookended the EP with this song and then a song that brought back this element? And he thought it was sick. And so there was really the songs in between were more Chris's thing, and then my arguing with Chris is what got it bookended, I think. I feel like you guys are more involved with everything on the in between, and I was only looking for One for the Boy to be the beginning and Please Don't Cry, You Have Swag to be the end.
All right.
And sometimes we go off like your basic democracy like voting system, but then sometimes if like one person feels super strongly for something, then like and the rest of us don't care too much either way, it's like you can have this one.
It's a democracy unless you don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
pretty much. Okay.
Well, all right. So speaking of track lists, as we mentioned before, you have a couple unique names for your
Definitely.
tracks on here.
Mhm.
What inspired you to name them that way? Was it like a working title turned serious, or did you plan it that way?
Sometimes it's just like whatever stupid name the demo had, like the
Mhm.
original file name.
Mhm.
But
Do we do
other
that for any of
times,
these ones?
Losing Days for sure. That's just always been the name
Yeah.
of that song. Yeah, sometimes like you sit on a song for so long that you can't hear it any other way. Like it has to be
Yeah.
called what you've been calling it.
Mhm.
But then other times, if there's something that's like not gonna go over too well, like nobody's gonna get it or something, then it's like we'll switch it for something else funny that happens.
Mhm.
The Mark
Sometimes-
Hoppus thing was like we kind of done that in the past. I don't know like how familiar you are with our records, but on Pilot we name dropped Michelle Branch,
Mhm.
and she ended up seeing that. So this was like that was kind of like the test run for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when that was like brought up, I was like, no, we can't do that. it's too stupid. It's too fucking stupid. We can't do it. But I guess I was the one of four. We ended up doing it.
Brandon, it's a master plan. It's tried and
Exactly.
true.
It's-
We
I
can
know,
name
I
drop
know.
anyone.
You gotta take you gotta risk it to get the biscuit.
It
Exactly.
honestly is like a great PR like great from a PR stance, because it seems
Yeah.
like it gets the attention of any artist that you name
Mhm.
drop.
It seems to work every time.
Yeah.
So
It does.
and if
Let the
anybody
people-
else does it, they're ripping off of us. So
There you go.
Exactly. You guys started
So,
it.
anybody who's
you guys are
listening,
in the
don't
headlines
do it.
no matter
Don't try
what.
it.
Mhm.
And if people accuse us of like clout stealing or anything, they have to say the name of the band. That's free
Exact-
promotion, baby.
Yep. You win.
There's a
both
winning
ways.
no matter what.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what is your favorite memory from creating this record?
Favorite
Dark
memory.
Souls.
Yeah,
Beating Dark Souls too, for sure.
Mhm.
you did beat Dark Souls.
And some of the DLC.
Nice.
Ooh,
Ooh.
yeah.
Can't leave that out.
I don't know.
We ate mushrooms.
All right.
We did eat some mushrooms.
I'm not bragging. I'm not condoning that behavior, but
Mhm.
I am. Go
it was
for
fun.
it. If you want, if you wanted to eat mushrooms and go to space for a little bit, go for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Not really for me anymore. We did a little.
It was funny.
microdose
It
of
was funny to do.
Yeah. It
But
we were all laughing at nothing for.
yeah, it
Man.
didn't really go how
We thought with that we
evolved
thought we
really
would do it and
quickly.
it'd be like a little spur of creativity, but instead
Yeah.
we all started watching like YouTube videos and making jokes that when we were sober didn't make sense.
Oh.
So
Wait,
nothing, nothing came out of that little stint there.
Not really.
No.
Not really.
Nothing we can share here today.
Okay.
That's fair. All right. Wait, so you took them while you were writing or while you were recording? When?
We tried to write on them.
Yeah.
I think people who say that works are not telling the
They're
truth.
lying. Yeah.
I don't think they're being truthful.
They're filthy liars, absolutely.
They just
And
want to
what-
seem
Like the
cool.
Mars Volta or something, and I guess.
What YouTube videos did you guys watch? Were you like watching like kitten videos or?
Dude, there were a bunch of these like Reddit AMAs, but they were read
I
out by
forgot
a
about
guy.
that.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
seen
like
that?
Yeah.
And like the entire concept of the video sucks, but also I don't feel like reading because I'm high right now.
Exactly.
And so it just made sense to put them on because then you get
Mhm.
kooky, crazy stories and you don't have to do any of the work to read them.
True.
I
I
Yeah.
thought,
Nice. Or you could scroll and do something else on your phone
Mhm.
instead of Reddit. So you're like, it's two birds with one stone.
Exactly.
and you don't
Yeah.
have to read. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's not a very interesting thing to do on shrooms now that we're saying it.
Yeah, no.
Dude,
it's
it
really-
was
It must seem really
everything is
interesting in the moment,
interesting.
though. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Me
it must have been
too.
awesome. So since shows are starting to make a comeback and you guys actually have a fall tour with Prince Daddy and the Hyena, do you have any pre-show rituals you want to drop with us? Anything you want to share with the class?
I mean, there are some that I want to kick off. I really want to. I really want to introduce Witch's Hat to the greater musical world.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I know Witch's Hat.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain it?
Yeah,
Please do.
Yeah.
I'm a co-creator of Witch's
Tell them
Hat.
the rules.
Okay.
Um,
Is it a game?
yes, you
Okay.
steal traffic cones from your local church. And,
Okay.
and then you all toast the witch. You put your beer up, clink, may the witch ever be fertile. Everyone else
Mhm.
says, may she ever be. You all drink.
Mhm.
And then you flip a cone. It falls, you drink. It lands, you give someone else a drink. You flip another cone on top of that one. That's 2 drinks this time if you miss. It goes so on and so forth until you black out.
Okay.
Okay.
The drinking is optional, though. The rules of the game can be played sober.
Okay.
It can be,
Because
but
it is
I
fun.
know. I get how it isn't as fun, but
Yeah.
yeah.
just if
Yeah.
anybody wants to do it at home and they don't want to get blackout drunk, because that's totally normal to not want that. Yeah, you flip the traffic cones on top of one another until I think it's 4. You got to get like the really small one at the end.
Yeah, you need. So that's another thing. That's why you steal them from a church. Is
Exactly. Yeah.
They always have one really small one.
yes, exactly. The small one is worth shotgunning a beer.
Wow.
So if you miss, you take 5 drinks. You're competing with someone for this small one. Also, it's a 1-on-1.
Mhm.
Whoever misses it, whoever makes it is then friends of the witch. You know,
Mhm.
you've made her proud.
You want to be
Basically,
friends with the witch.
yeah. And the other person gets publicly shamed while they shotgun a beer.
Oh.
Okay.
So how did you come up with this?
I was drunk and we were on tour with Free Throw, and there were traffic cones.
Amazing. So your first idea of seeing those traffic cones was like, let's make a drinking game out
Let's
of
make
this.
a game.
Well, I think somebody was already flipping them, like Larry or someone.
You know,
And then
it's-
it just organically occurred that
Yeah.
we should make the witch proud, you know?
Mhm.
instead of making it a pre-show ritual, you could do it in the middle of your set,
Exactly.
so that you're not blackout drunk for the entire show, just like half of
Mhm.
it. And
Yeah.
you,
That's true.
and you get to you have like 2,000 people that'll publicly shame the person that has to drink the
That
beer
is
along
Exactly.
with.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be good.
That is a good idea.
Mhm.
Maybe in between songs we can kick off a little bit of a witch's hat situation.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think the
Yeah.
crowd
That'd
would
be
be
good.
really into it.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say if they will or won't? They're not into a lot of things that I specifically do on stage.
Well, you gotta try to
Yeah, it
figure it
hasn't-
out, you know?
That's what I'm saying. It hasn't stopped me before.
Mhm.
True. Any other pre-show rituals that you've got? Any more you want to introduce?
Mhm.
It's nothing like really that crazy. I think we don't do any like crazy handshakes or cowabungas or anything.
Mhm.
Sometimes we'll get a little drunk or smoke a little weed or whatever you got to do to like get out there and have fun.
Mhm.
All right. Fair
Solid.
enough.
Mhm.
So what top 3 songs are you guys looking forward to playing live off of this EP?
Digging in.
Off of just this EP.
We can go with the album too, because there's
Yeah,
only
let's go with
5.
the album.
there's
Yeah,
only
we
5
haven't
songs.
really
haven't-
played the album
Yeah.
either,
Yeah.
so we'll mix it all together.
All right.
Oh, that's true. Oh.
I want
I-
to play OG Beale Sky. I think that's gonna
Yeah.
be super fun.
I think we've only played that once live for the Halloween show. Or did we play
Yeah,
it
which
before
was
then?
not even really like the same environment.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I'm
you guys
stoked
did
to
the
see how
drive-in,
that.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a bunch
yeah.
of cars honking at us. while
It
we-
was super fun, but it wasn't quite the same. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Equip Sunglasses has honestly like gone over really well. So I'm excited to see like who knows the words and who's pretending to know the words and all that fun stuff.
Please don't cry, you have swag. Will be sick if people participate.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be fun too. So I don't know. That sounds like a solid 3 songs.
Okay.
Maybe like a 5.
Maybe we'll
5
only
songs.
play 3 songs.
Oh,
And then we'll just eat.
exactly. Or you'll just play the game.
Eat and do the cone game. Yeah.
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 The game. Witch's Hat.
Exactly. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
honor to the witch.
God.
Wait.
So for this question, I want you to picture you're on tour. You're at a gas station for a rest stop. You're going in. What is your snack of choice?
Do I get to pee first?
Yeah.
Yes, as long as they have a bathroom.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they don't. You have to.
Are we
make do.
talking like
And that bush
dusty
is
rest
calling your
stop
name.
with like nothing special? Or are we talking like a Wawa or
Yeah,
Sheets or Buc-ee's?
We're
or,
talking like
you
a
know?
Wawa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Classy convenience store food.
Mm-hmm.
Well, definitely one of those pretzels that they have.
Ooh, yeah.
Because that lasts like an entire van ride, entire 8 hours.
Yeah.
It does.
Just so thick and chewy.
Mhm.
I have a weakness for gas station hot dogs.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's something we need to work on for
Yeah.
sure.
Like, I acknowledge what they're doing to my insides, but also, who wants to live forever? You know?
Who has the worst gas station hot dogs?
It's hard. It's hard to grade. It's like grading different cement. You know?
Oh.
It all sucks.
Yeah.
It's all terrible, and you can taste what it's doing to you, but
Mhm.
you got to do it anyway because you love the
Exactly.
rush.
Mhm.
True.
What will it do to me this time?
Yeah, exactly.
Especially when you're out on the road. It's
Oh
just...
God.
So this question should be super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this EP for new listeners in 3 words. No more, no less. Both of you have to do it.
Okay, Brandon, you go first. Or wait, no, Brandon, you go first.
Short, simple, sexy.
Wonderful.
Okay. The 3 S's.
Plump. What? Let me begin again.
Go on.
Plump, stinky, ready for consumption.
That's 3 words.
Sure.
That's 5
We'll
words.
hyphen the last one. We'll hyphen.
Yeah, it's all hyphens.
It's fine. It's fine. So we know you guys recently just dropped this EP, but are you working on anything new? Covers, another EP, album? I know you mentioned that you're working on your next LP. Can you tell us anything about that?
There's not much to say. We do have our live stream soon. I'm looking at the date right now so we can have it right.
We don't really have anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a few covers in that. We don't usually do covers, so it's kind of exciting. But it's June 30th at 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So go to our Twitter, buy tickets. It's
Don't.
$10. I don't know, or don't. Yeah,
Or
maybe
don't quit your job, move
bootleg
to
it.
Alaska,
Yeah.
Ooh,
Go fishing.
So-
become a serial killer. I don't care.
If someone tweets a bootleg at you, since you're like condoning it, will you retweet it?
I don't go on Twitter because people on there are horrible.
So true. Yep.
Well,
Stay away from Twitter.
Whoever runs the Twitter, will they hit the retweet button on that?
Probably not.
Okay.
Okay. Gosh.
So where do you guys see the band in the next 5 years?
Upside down in a river in rural Indiana.
All right.
I'm calling it now. I don't hope it happens,
Mhm.
but
What's he gonna say? Oh no.
I don't know. I try not to think about it.
Mhm.
Okay. Interesting.
We'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
most ominous answer we've gotten to that question.
So for the last couple of questions, we're actually going to shift away from music, if that's okay with you guys.
Absolutely.
I don't give a shit, dude.
Okay. So we're going to go straight to death row then.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Oh.
Is it a loophole to ask them for a gun so I can take away the satisfaction from them?
It's
I
not a
mean-
meal.
Well,
Yeah,
you could
it's-
say you're
it's
gonna
not
eat the
real.
gun.
It's supposed to be.
No, you could say you would eat the gun because, like,
Yeah.
it's death row. They'll let you get away with anything.
Yeah,
What
Okay.
if they like take apart the gun and they're like, okay, just eat it?
Well,
like,
then
all
you
the
can
pieces.
reassemble it.
I can try.
Do you have
anyway.
the tools to reassemble it?
I don't have the tools.
Yeah,
Okay.
fingernails and hands.
I don't know. I don't have any food that I'm like particularly married to. I guess sushi, but
I might just go with
What
like a
about gas station
meatball
hot
sub.
dog?
a meatball sub.
Meatball sub.
Nice meatball sub.
How are you watching
Maybe,
the meatball sub down?
Mhm.
The drink has to be like a Riptide Rush Gatorade or something though.
All right.
Just something that's gonna be hard for them to find. Like they're gonna have to go to a couple stores to
Oh yeah.
track it down.
Or order it
See-
online. Delays your time a little bit.
Yeah, but they don't know how to do that.
No.
I'm still thinking spitefully, 4 gallons of milk. Do you know that
Oh.
your stomach can't contain a full gallon
Are you serious?
of milk specifically?
milk,
For some
okay.
reason, I think. So I'm drinking all 4 of those,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna be covered in some stuff when you come to get me.
Oh
And some stuff.
God.
Stuff.
Oh.
Wait, what if you made it worse and had spoiled milk? 4 gallons of spoiled milk.
See,
Would you
now
ever
you're
get
thinking.
that down though?
Then they're gonna have to spoil it or find somebody who has spoiled milk, which may
yeah,
take a
that's a
couple
good point
days. It might
also.
buy
Yeah.
you some time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Might have a couple last meals. I don't know.
And then
Honestly, people who ask this question are always just looking for your favorite food. That's all they want. But I think the variable of you're on death row, you want to be as spiteful as you can. What kind of
Mhm.
food do you get? That's a
Yeah.
much better question
A
because they're gonna
meatball
have
sub
to.
and a Glock.
Tids, I wish more people thought like you did when we asked this question,
Yeah.
because that's what we want. But we're not.
Exactly.
It's not just us disguising your favorite food.
Yeah.
We
I
want to
don't
know
know,
how spiteful you're going to
pancakes.
be.
Mhm.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
if you could live in one fiction world for a week, where would you live?
The- w-
Meatball sub.
Perfect.
No, I would have to think about that for a minute. I play more video games than I spend in real time in real life, so I would definitely have an answer, but I don't know about it off the top of my head.
Well, like that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Like we both like video games. I don't want to go to Dark Souls world. What is
No.
it, Mordrin?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to go there.
Wait, while you guys think about that, what's the go-to video game on tour?
On tour?
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get that.
Smash is an easy tour game.
All right.
Mhm.
It's-
I mean, we all whenever we bring our Switches, we're always playing something like by ourselves, but like I feel like Smash, Mario Kart, and sometimes Mario Party are like the big games we play together.
Okay.
Mhm.
Shout out
Imagine.
Nintendo for making that a possibility in the past couple of years.
A fictional world that I want to live in.
Yep.
I
Guess
would
Hyrule would be pretty cool.
kind
Like cool rupees and stuff. I don't know.
And then you walk by a lake, your favorite lake, and you dip down to get some water, and then a squid jumps out and shoots a rock at your forehead.
That
Is
would
that
be
what you
very
want?
fun.
That
No,
would be a
that's not
bummer.
fun. What, Narnia? So I can get mauled by a tiger or a lion who is also
Yeah, there's
talking.
kind of like something threatening in every world.
Yeah. I
Maybe
don't
like
know.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater world where you're just like you just skate.
Mhm.
That's all you do.
That's it.
It's safe, kind of.
Yeah. I don't have an answer. The real world is plenty scary enough, and I don't want the variables of magical things shooting me. You know?
Okay, yeah, I
Fair
get that.
enough. Okay.
Solid.
Maybe Kirby Land or something, just like clouds and snacks.
Yeah, honestly, Nintendo
That's
Land
good.
is the place to go if you don't want to die.
Mhm,
Definitely.
mhm. Solid. Sounds good. So I have the honor of asking the last question. Every single person we've spoken to has actually said it is the most important question.
Okay.
What is your favorite color?
Tades, I feel like you're just gonna outdo me in every way, so I don't know, yellow's cool.
So true. Yellow's the best.
He's
color.
gonna come with something super existential and just like
Well, Brandon, as Nietzsche said, no, what? Gray. I like gray a lot. It goes with everything. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
So as Glory said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you guys would like to plug?
our live stream June 30th, our tour November and December, hitting most of the states. I'm sorry if we didn't come close. That's really all we got right now. We'll have a record out hopefully next year, and who's to say what else happens?
Who's to say?
Mhm.
Upside
true.
down in a river in rural Indiana.
We're gonna leave it off on that note. Thank you for now. This guys, it's been Hot Mulligan, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.